you guys are anything like me, then sometimes you forget about COVID. There's vaccines. We here in Nigeria are pretty much back to business as usual, apart from the mask and temperature checks. And social media barely talks about it anymore. Which is why when the Nigerian government announced they were reintroducing curfew and certain restrictions, I was confused. But I play like joke, we're actually still in the middle of a pandemic. People are still getting sick. Some countries are still fully indoors. Like, this is still a thing. So I beg you guys, even if you are done with the first dose of your vaccine, wear your masks, wash your hands, and continue to be safe, because Corona is still lurking upon streets. A word is enough for the what? The also wise watchers of this program. My name is Tamara, and you are now watching The Yellow Wall, which I want to say is COVID compliant. We ain't got no masks.
Make I table the matter. Still an butter with a sip pure water, but no be me go judge.
Now, as I mentioned 2 weeks ago, Nigeria is, to put it politely, in a state of chaos. There's crime, confusion, and extreme heat pretty much everywhere. FX rates are ridiculous. Groceries cost an arm and a leg. People in certain areas are in some kind of cold war with the police. The whole place is just is much right now. In the past, when I used to catch up with friends or just with strangers, there was like a certain sort of hope that maybe, perhaps things might get better. But now, everyone says pretty much the same thing. I'm looking forward to leave Nigeria. And trust me, I get it. I personally have been looking forward to Japa from the day I landed in Lagos how many years ago. Nigeria is hard. And adulting as it is already stressful enough without Nigeria just determined to find ways to make it stressful times 6. The thing is though, as much as it's stressful and trying to kill us all, it's also home. I know a lot of people who not only want to leave, but fully can't leave. Like they have the money, they have the house, they have everything. But they have this sick sense of patriotism and belonging that keeps them here. I might even be one of those people self. I don't know, I have to discuss that one in therapy. That's not the point. There's also people who due to visa issues or passport issues or work or family stuff are stuck here. They don't even have the option of leaving anytime soon. Not to talk of those who they cannot afford it. They simply can't. The point I'm trying to make is while the idea of jackpotting seems nice and fun and like the immediate first reaction to dealing with this place, it's not a reality for most of us. And that makes a lot of us, especially myself, pretty sad sometimes. But today I decided that being sad about it is a waste of time. We are here and so we have to just deal with it. In life, I always make a pros and cons list about everything. So in the middle of a particularly wild, why the hell am I in Nigeria rant, I try to figure out things that I love that I can only experience here. Which brings me to the topic of the day, reasons why we shouldn't all pack and go to Ghana. It's really, if we are going, let's just go next door. Let's not go too far. Thing 1, the rocks. Nigeria lacks a lot of things. Steady lights, decent housing options, banks that don't rob you, and leaders with small shame. We don't have any of that. But if there's one area where we truly thrive,
allow me to enjoy myself. Allow me to enjoy myself. Allow me to enjoy myself. Allow me to enjoy.
It's enjoyment. No one in this life knows how to party, how to celebrate, how to drink, dance, and feel alright quite like Nigerians do. We know how to make good music, we know how to move to it, we know how to cook, and we for sure know how to drink. Combine all of that with the fact that we have all the energy when it comes to enjoyment, and you literally have the best partiers in the whole world, ready to go from dusk till dawn. Nigerians may lack plenty, but parties and enjoyment is one thing we're literally overflowing with. Thing 2, the hustle. Okay, to be fair, you can hustle pretty much everywhere. That's not a thing that's exclusive to Nigeria, obviously. But to a certain extent, and of course, depending on what you do, it's easier here. While you need to be super book smart or have tons of talent, tons of money, tons of beauty, all of the above to make it in the overs, here, all you really need is small connections and the ability to master high service, and bam, you have job. Oh. If you play your cards right, you can make a sick amount of money too. You just need to have sense, and that applies in the overs as well. But here, you just need to have sense without all the extras. Again, this reason does not apply to everyone. If you are a professional, like an accountant or a finance guy or a lawyer, then honestly, to me, if you can get out of this place, if you can bounce. So. But creatives, Nigeria is fantastic. You can break into anything with the right DM, phone number, or just a couple hundred Instagram followers. Don't be putting wig and putting eyeliner, next thing you are model. It's a great place to be. And all this one I've even said is for lazy people. If you have the energy to actually hustle, like hustle, forget it. If you can work a job and have numerous side hustles, do all of them well, and again, make sure you have sense, bro, you can make a ton of money in this Nigeria. It may be hard because sometimes Nigeria likes to just throw different kind of at you. But if you can figure out how to keep your head down, hack the system, the sky is your bank account's limits. It may seem impossible, but the plenty of people who did it before, they didn't have to heads though. So honestly, stay woke. Thing 3, the lack of rules. Okay, so this is definitely a double-edged sword because the lack of rules and accountability is why our government is able to do things like tell us to go and learn self-defense instead of figuring out how to do their job and pay people to protect us. It's definitely bad and part of what's killing us, but honestly, whining about it isn't going to change much. So you might as well figure out how to make it work for you when you can. The overs is fun, but if you is a fine or jail straight, they don't talk too much. Straight! They don't listen to story like we love to do here. It's the little things like knowing you can slip the police 2K if you break traffic rules, or being able to get your driver's license without actually having to leave your house just because you have a guy that works there. It's just small corruption like that that's a little sweet. You could probably even get away with murder in this country without even having to try very hard to cover it up. Not that you should go and murder anyone, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if you did, the police probably won't catch you. But Jesus will catch you, so don't do it. Or even worse, the person who murdered you's family might catch you and do their own, and no one will catch them because there's no rules. I'm losing focus. Look, the point I'm basically trying to make here is Nigeria is sort of a free-for-all, and if you have sense, you can make it work for you. Finish. Thing 4, here is cheaper. As annoying and occasionally backwards as it is to be here, when you compare it to the overs, it's sometimes low-key sweet because life is actually significantly cheaper. Yes, if you're in the overs and you manage to get a decent job, you'll probably be making a lot more than you make in Nigeria. But the thing is, you are spending more too, especially if you're trying to have the same quality of life you had in Nigeria. Transportation, fuel, rent in some countries, all is more there. And if you're making a decent salary in the overs, yeah, it should be enough to cover it. But then what about enjoyment, traveling, shopping? It's also more expensive. And then don't even get me started on the cost of things like getting your nails done or getting a haircut. You can definitely find cheap options because of the amount of variety in the overs. But if you're trying to go to a place the same standard or better than what you are used to in Nigeria, if you are used to getting your hair done in your parlor, having somebody come and do your nails, having your barber come to your house, in abroad, it will cost. A light example, this hair cost me 20k, which is like 35 pounds, give or take. The same thing in the overs that my friend did, without the curls and without it being quite as sweet as this, cost her 190 pounds. I rest my case. Thing 5, the people. Nigerians have so much swag, it is insane. We are literally bursting with personality. Just look at Jerry. Plus, we are funny as and fine as hell. We are full of culture, respect for our families and elders, respect for a higher power. We just have interests and beliefs and points of view and things we actually care about. And we have so many different areas and tribes, so it's all just very different and vibrant. And sure, lots of other countries have just as much culture and spice as we do, but I guarantee you, nobody carries it on their heads the way Nigerians carry it on their head. And it's nice. I love how we indeed carry everything on our heads, but we also have this.
I can't keep myself. I can't keep myself. Allow me to flex.
We're just a very interesting people. A fascinating people, if you will. I always assumed everyone wanted to live their life to the fullest, but then I've met so many Weibo people who are content to just work, marry, eat, and die, and to them, that's a life. But Nigerians, everybody wants to chop life, live it to the fullest. Be you CEO, be you gate man. We all just want to enjoy and have a good time. It's fantastic. It's also, though, another double-edged sword, because while these qualities are great and why Nigerians are the best, some of these qualities also cover why Nigerians are also the worst. But today we're focusing on the positives. So, yeah, Nigeria. As stressful, chaotic, occasionally dangerous, and poorly led as Nigeria is our home. And nowhere else on the planet can give you that feeling of self and identity quite like where you're from can. So when next you're sitting in heat because there's no light or stuck in traffic or wondering why the view from your window doesn't look like Miami, just remember that it's not all bad. And aside from that, even if it's all bad, it's your house, it's your home. All of this is being said, this whole episode being said. I'm not going to lie. If someone was to give me $50,000 today right now, before tomorrow, I'm not in this country again. I would not even think twice about making the decision. But I would miss it, because home. So, there you go. And now it's time for Ask Tea, the part of the show where people ask me all your questions about life, about society, about dollars. Sadly, there's not enough questions about dollars. Your man is not answering your phone call. It's not picking up. He's living in abroad where white women lizard their hoo-ha and they just are loose and nice and free with themselves. Your man is not your man. Your man is like a passport, stamped and busy and far away from you and not your business right now. It's better just to be secure. You start cheating here. So even if he's not, if in case he's cheating, you know that you two are cheating your own. But if he's not cheating, then you just dump the new one you have and just pretend it never happened. He's probably cheating. He probably is. Every long distance relationship I've been in, I cheated. I'm only a human being. So he's probably cheating on you. And if he's not answering your phone calls, then it's not even that he's cheating. He's a bad boyfriend. So you might as well cheat. Or just you can dump him. That's also nicer. But cheating is more fun. So my main question here, in fact, this is a question that I will reply with a question. You that marry somebody that does not live here, what's your plan? What did you think? Either beg to be exported or start signing divorce papers. I don't approve of cheating inside a marriage, okay? I approve of cheating in general. No. Wow. I don't approve of cheating in general. However, if your partner is cheating on you, or maybe you just don't like him and using him for money, I understand cheating is, sometimes it's not necessarily cheating. You are just trying to, live your best life. I understand that one. Once you are married, your best life is over. You die there inside that marriage. So you cannot cheat on your husband. Instead, you tell him, bring me to the abroad or bring me divorce papers. Immediately right now. Depending on where he is, if he's in like Lebanon, I don't know if you want to go to Lebanon, or if he's in like, I don't know, Israel or something. All these places that are funny. I don't know if you want to go there. Don't go and start shouting next thing you see yourself living in Kazakhstan. I don't know. But if it's somewhere nice, demand that you come and join him. And that's enough for today. If you have any questions about absolutely anything for me, then go ahead and email them to asktamarayellowwall@gmail.com with only one W, because one is better than two, especially if you're single. Or you can go ahead and DM us on the Instagram. And that brings us to the end of the episode. What are some of your favorite things about being in Nigeria? Let me know in the comments below on our social media platforms, and be sure to make sure you're subscribed to Accelerate TV for all of our great content, including our hit new show, The Olive. My name is Tamara, and I'll be back in 2 weeks with more from the Yellow Wall. What show do you think you're on today, Jerry? I don't understand. What was this flourish?
Make I table the matter. Still an agent butter with this pure water. But no be me go judge.